Well, as usual, Barbara corrected me. She claimed I called her. I stand by my earlier statement. She called me. Anyway, and now another one of our wonderful, wonderful Democratic women, Democratic leaders, the Democratic leader in the House of Representatives. And I've been both, fortunately, in the minority very little, but I'll tell you, being a majority leader is a lot easier than being the minority leader. And what Nancy Pelosi did as the minority leader, being able to stop some of the worst of the things of the Republican Party, just makes me, again, feel so proud to have my member of Congress that I never have to worry about calling her on a vote because she's voting for something right before I can even know what the issue is. So I bring you our own Nancy Pelosi, former Speaker, and with your help, the next Speaker.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, California Democrats. Thank you, Chairman John Burton, for your wonderful introduction and for your enduring, extraordinary leadership of the California Democratic Party and of our state, even beyond that. Thank you, John Burton. Thank you, John Burton. It's kind of emotional to be up here following our dear friend, Senator Barbara Boxer. Wasn't she magnificent? Oh my gosh. But because we're family, I'll just tell you a little personal story, because she talked about what John has meant to her, and he talked about what she meant to him and how they had shared values. But Barbara told me this story, which I share sometimes with my colleagues in the House, that when she was first elected to office, and there were some difficult decisions. They look easier when you're not having to make the vote yourself. John said to her, Barbara, you have to think about it. You have to vote your conscience always. You know that. But remember, you're going to have to look at yourself in the mirror the next day. You're going to have to look yourself in the eye while you're shaving. No, John. No, John. Not while I'm shaving. But as you can see, the collaborations for the good of the people have been, the bond between John and Barbara is one that has been a blessing to us all. And let us thank the Boxer family for sharing Senator Boxer with us. This morning, she received at the Women's Caucus the Vanguard Award. Who has been more worthy of a title called Vanguard Award than Barbara Boxer? She has been a champion. She is leaving a great legacy, and she will continue to contribute to it. Thank you, Barbara Boxer. I'm happy to bring greetings from the Democrats in the House of Representatives to the California Democratic Party. We take pride in the diversity of our House Democratic Caucus. Think of this. It is more than 50% women, people of color, and LGBT. And that is thanks largely to the beautiful diversity to the Democrats of California. Our California Democrats are champions of the middle class and all who aspire to the middle class. Some of our members are here with us today. Caucus Chair Xavier Becerra, our state delegation chair who welcomed us to her district, Zoe Lofgren, Maxine Waters, Anna Eshu, Barbara Lee, Mike Honda, Loretta Sanchez, Grace Napolitano, Ami Berra, Eric Swalwell, Mark Takano, all of them with us today. As we proceed in this presidential election year, let us take pride in our president, Barack Obama. and of our Vice President, Joe Biden, who will be with us today. Let us take pride in Democrats' accomplishments working together with our unity. Think of this and tell your friends. When President Obama took office, unemployment was near at 10%. Today, it is below 5%. The stock market was around 6,500. It's now over 16,000, nearly a 10,000-point increase. The deficit was $1.4 trillion. Today, it is around a half a trillion, a decrease of 70% in the deficit. The American auto industry was dying, and now it is thriving, leading the world. With our investments in innovation, infrastructure, and clean energy, we've ignited the longest uninterrupted period of private sector job creation in American history, 71 months, more than 14 million jobs. Nearly 19 million previously uninsured Americans now have affordable, quality health care through the Affordable Care Act, which protects a woman's right to choose, and no longer will being a woman be a pre-existing medical condition. We passed the Lilly Ledbetter Act to demand equal pay for equal work. We've expanded freedom for LGBT Americans, passing a fully inclusive hate crimes bill and ending Don't Ask, Don't Tell. We embraced our dreamers because we know that immigrants make America more American. We've realized transformational international agreements to act boldly on climate and to advance peace. You know more needs to be done to strengthen the paychecks of the American people, to transform our criminal justice system, to pass sensible gun background check legislation, to ensure that all American families share in the prosperity and the opportunity of our democracy, that all Americans enjoy liberty and justice for all, as we pledged this morning. But there's a sharp contrast between Democrats and Republicans, and that's why so much is at stake in this election. While Democrats invest in education and to lower student loan debt, Republicans have proposed the elimination of Head Start, ending Head Start, and freezing Pell Grants. While Democrats want to strengthen Social Security, Republicans are working to unravel Social Security, the Medicare guarantee, and block grant Medicaid, bringing these initiatives to a weakened end. While Democrats stand with labor, Republicans want to eliminate Americans' right to collective bargaining. While Democrats recognize our responsibility to preserve our planet for future generations, Republicans are in denial and are the handmaidens of the fossil fuel industry. While Democrats put the middle class first, Republicans are pushing their radical trickle-down agenda that's working for the top 1% at the expense of hardworking American families. That's why the stakes are so high in this election. But if we are to put the American people back in the driver's seat of our economy and our democracy in the fullest sense of the word, we must end the poisonous influence of secret, unlimited, special interest money in our campaigns. So we need to disclose the sources of secret spending in our elections by passing the California Disclose Act and putting the Voters' Right to Know Act on the ballot in November. Thank you for your leadership. We must amend the Constitution to overturn Citizens United and to empower small donors. We must honor the sacrifice of Selma by passing the Voting Rights Act. Our founders, they pledged their lives, their liberty, and their sacred honor to establish a democracy, a government of the many, not the government of the money. We must honor their vision. We must put the middle class first and reignite the American dream. Thank you, California Democrats, for leading the charge to victory by unleashing a Democratic tidal wave to elect a Democratic President of the United States and a Democratic Senate and a Democratic House of Representatives in 2016. Are you ready for victory? I thought so. God bless you. God bless California. God bless the United States of America. And thank you all very much. Thank you.
You simply